What's going on YouTube? I'm Terrence and this is Bank Shipping. All right everybody, good morning. We picked up or dropped off a load yesterday, picked up another one and came home, stayed the night, of course, same old deal. Now we're here at the drop off this morning. The guys just came out, got some coolant tanks. So the guys just came out, they're gonna figure out where they wanna put the stuff. So we're gonna get out, unstrap and everything, and I'll get back with you guys. All right guys, that's the last one. We'll get our paperwork signed and get out of here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got loaded yesterday after we dropped off those expansion tanks. Went back and picked up a customer load, sat there for 5 hours before we got loaded. So I love my customer to death, but boy are they slow. But it is what it is, part of trucking, you know, get paid my detention and go on by my business. So we got a 2-stop load today, one just outside of DC, and then we'll go up to Baltimore after that. And this was supposed to drop yesterday, but because of the inauguration and all that stuff, it got pushed to today. So we are here at our first stop. Pretty tight little drop off. They're making looks like they're building 2 different apartment buildings in the middle of other buildings. So it's a pretty tight little job site. Trucks coming in and out. Just waiting on the guy. There's a guy up there unloading some stuff now. We're just waiting, and then once he gets out the way, we can drop this stuff and go on about our business. So once I figure out where they want me to go, I'll get back with y'all. All right guys, so here we are getting unloaded. Finally got in our spot after they tried to tell us to move 7,000 times because they had to get dump trucks in and other equipment trucks in. They got dump trucks going over there where they're digging out a foundation. They got other equipment trucks coming back there where that other building is, and other roofing trucks and all types of stuff. And then of course, delivering to this building as well. You know, so they got 3 different sites going on at one time. So cluster is to say the least. But anyway, the stuff that's white, wrapped in the white plastic, that's going to our second stop. It's only 4 skids, and then we had 6 skids in this green wrap that's going here. So we already got unstrapped and everything. They got, I think they got like 4 skids off already. I think it's just these last 2. They're unloading from the other side. But yeah, so once they get this unloaded, we got to wait for all these trucks to get out the way so we can back out down there, and then we got to pull out over here to this street, and that's how we get out. You know, so we're in a little tight area. You know, if I was to go left down that way about a mile, I'd be in DC. So nice tight area to say the least. Not truck friendly that's this long. So we're gonna wait for them to get these 2 skids unloaded, get our paperwork signed, and we'll be out of here. All right everybody, we made it to Baltimore. You know, traveled through the downtown streets of Baltimore, through the inner harbor. Nice fun ride. A lot of traffic, which is unusual for coronavirus times, but we made it here to our second drop. We're gonna get this off, and then we're gonna head to, I think, Elkridge, to pick up some scaffolding that gets delivered tomorrow morning. So we'll pick that up, head to the house. I'll see y'all there. All right guys, we got to our drop, or our pickup, I'm sorry. While I was at one of my drops, a guy that I run some loads for gave me a call and asked me if I had any trucks in the Baltimore area, because it was picking up in Elkers, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna be dropping in Baltimore in about an hour. So it worked out good. You know, the pickup was 8 miles south of my drop, so not too far to get here. It's just 2 bundles of scaffolding, 6,000 pounds, going to Southern Virginia in the morning, so works out good. The only thing is, it's down there by Chesapeake, Norfolk area that I'm going to. It's just a dealer-to-dealer transfer. So I kind of got to go out of the way to get back home, but that's okay, because, you know, I don't really sleep in that. I'm not set up to sleep in that. So instead of paying for a hotel room, it's cheaper for me to go a couple miles out the way to go home and get up in the morning and start again. So that's what we'll do. We're all strapped down. We'll get ready to head out of here. But one thing I wanted to show before I leave is, a lot of people ask me how I tie up my straps, since I do have, you know, 30-foot ratchet straps. I don't have sliding winches or anything like that. So they always ask what I do with my extra slack on my straps once I'm done. And what I do is, I basically just fold everything up. If you can see right here, you know, it's all folded. I fold it a couple times up the ratchet strap, and then what I do is I wrap the excess around, and I wrap it all the way down to the bottom, and then I basically just put a square knot in here, which leaves me a tail pointing down, and I just tuck that inside, tuck that in down under the ratchet, and that keeps everything nice and tight, and nothing flaps in the wind or anything like that. So that's how I do it. You know, I used to put ratchet straps, or not ratchet straps, I'm sorry. I used to put zip ties. I used to fold everything up and put zip ties down on everything. But I got tired of buying zip ties. So I figured out another way to do it that doesn't cost me any money. And also makes it look neat. Like I said, everything's nice and neat and nothing's flapping around. So for the people who are asking, or people who are curious how I do my ratchet straps, that's how I tie up my excess. So we are going to get out of here, head to the house. And I probably will see you guys in the morning when I drop this off. All right, so I didn't get to make a lot of video today because I was hustling. We ran down to Chesapeake this morning, dropped off our load of scaffolding, and then on the way back home, we hurried up and stopped just outside of Richmond, picked up some pipe. There was a little discrepancy there with the pipe as far as how many pieces I was supposed to get. They loaded me with 2 pieces, and then I strapped everything down and was about to leave, and they were like, no, there's actually 2 more pieces that go with it. So I had to unstrap everything and then get 2 more pieces and then strap down everything again, and then busted back up the road. So now we are back at the yard. Got a couple things that I got to do this weekend on the peak. So I wanted to get back so I could get started on that today, so that I didn't have as much to do tomorrow. So that's why we was hustling or humping it, and that's why I didn't get a lot of video for you guys today. So I do apologize for that. But I also want to appreciate, you know, or thank you guys for all the love on the last video that I put out. Got some great amount of views, got some good comments, some constructive criticism, things like that. So I appreciate that stuff. Keep it coming. You know, I talked about one thing in my last video was honesty and integrity. That's really big to me. And that's something that you really don't, well, you see it, but a lot of people lack honesty and integrity. So, you know, if you are in this business or getting into this business, and you are, you know, you have that honesty and integrity, and you hold that to a high standard and to a high value, you're already one step ahead of the game. You know, which leads me to my next point, being one step ahead of the game. One thing that I like to tell people, you know, who ask me about this business and things like that, and one thing that I like to live by in this business is staying one step ahead. You know, there are millions of trucks out here. There are millions of drivers out here that are doing the same job as you are. You know, the question you got to ask yourself is, how are you going to set that bar above what they're doing? How are you going to be different? You know, finding your niche in what you do and excelling and doing that to the best of your abilities and better than the next man. You know, that's one thing that's going to help you excel in this business. You know, for instance, myself, you know, yes, I am a hotshot, but I don't consider myself a hotshot. I tell people that I am an LTL and expedited carrier. And I put an exclamation after expedite because that is what I specialize in. You know, to my customers, I'm known as the guy that if you need something dropped off somewhere right now, I'm the guy that you call. You know, I'm the guy that they call because I get it done. You know, one of my customers, I'm known as the fixer. Anytime they have a load that got messed up or part of it was left and, you know, or they was running behind and didn't get the full truck out, I'm the guy that comes in and gets the rest of the stuff out to that customer of theirs as fast as possible. You know, so that right there, you know, and not missing appointment times as far as pickups and drop-offs. You know, when I say that I'm gonna pick it up at this time and drop it at that time, that's what I do. Now, some things can't be helped, you know, but I'm not out here lollygagging at the truck stop, you know, while I'm getting fuel and finding things to eat and whatever, you know, that other guys are doing. I don't do anything, you know, I don't do any of that because I hold myself to that high of a standard that I want to make sure I hit my pickup times and I hit my drop-off times that I establish with the customer. You know, that gives me a good working relationship with the customer, and they see that I'm serious about this business. You know, I'm serious about what I do. You know, so it's little things, you know, that you can set out to do that puts you one step ahead of the game, that puts you that much further above every other driver out here. You know, that's something that I feel is super important in this business is setting yourself above the rest. You know, it don't matter what it is that you do that's going to set you above and, you know, above everybody else, as long as it's something. You know, find something that is going to set you above anybody else out there. You know, that is a good way to establish your business. So that was just one tip that I wanted to leave you guys. One thing that I feel like is really important in any business, not just hotshot, not just in trucking. You know, it plays true in any business. So that was just one thing I wanted to put out there. I'm going to get going so I can get working on the Pete. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. Like I said before, sorry that I didn't get as much video as I would like to today. Try to get some more in the next coming week. So with that being said, stay prayed up, grind hard, and stay humble.